Hello everyone. Welcome to Raj Malhotra's IAS Academy. My name is Vivek Sharma and we are covering places that are in news. But today you might have come across this fact that there is no important article which is relevant for our prelims. So we will be discussing about Asia. As we are continuing with our discussion of Asia, we will be covering with rivers of Asia. This video will not include the river which are in India. So there will be a separate video for those rivers which are flowing in India. So let's start with the rivers of Asia first. The first river is Yangtze River, which is Asia's longest river and world third longest river. It originates from this area is known as Shanghai area of Tibet Plateau. This river drains into East China Sea. Whenever you look for a river at a global level, you should know the source of that river. You should remember the drain where that river drains, and also you should remember the countries which it is flowing through. So majorly this river flows through your China part. So you have to remember that Yangtze River is totally located in China only. Let's talk about the second river, that is Huanghe River. It also China's second largest and Asia's second longest river. China's and Asia's second longest river. Sorry. So world's sixth longest river. It originates from this area is known as Bianher Mountains in the Gwanghing province of Tibet. So this river drains into Bohai Sea. This sea is known as Bohai Sea near the Korean Peninsula. So this river is also known as Yellow River, or you can say Sorrow of China or Cradle of China, Chinese civilization, because of its frequent flooding. Now let's talk about the next river which originates from China and flows through various countries, that is Mekong River. You might be knowing about this river because of Mekong Ganga Corporation. We will be discussing about this organization later when we have this in current affair. Let's talk about this river. It is the third longest river of the world. Asia. It originates from Lhasa Gongma Glacier of Tibet. If we talk about this river, flows through China, Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. It drains into South China Sea. This area is known as South China Sea, where we find a lot of disputed islands. So let's discuss about the next river, that is Salween River. Salween River originates from Tangula Mountains, which is located again in Tibet. If we talk about this river, it flows through China, Myanmar, and Thailand. This river drains into, after flowing through your Myanmar, it drains into Andaman Sea. So we will be discussing about the next river, that is Irrawaddy River. It is longest river of Myanmar. This particular river we are talking about. This river originates from your Myanmar area and with the confluence of Namai and Mali River. Namai and Mali River. A part of this can be traced to Tibet also. The river drains into Andaman Sea. It is longest river of Myanmar and has very much importance for their commerce and water navigation. Let's talk about the next river that is located in your West Asia, that is Tigris River, which originates from Lake Hazara in the Taurus Mountain, which we have covered in earlier mountain series of Asia in East Turkey. This river flows through Turkey, Iraq, and finally joins Euphrates River in Iraq and known as Sat al-Arab River. This river drains into Persian Gulf. This area is known as Persian Gulf. Let's talk about the Euphrates River now. Euphrates River is longest river of Iraq and Syria. It forms with the confluence of Karasu and Murat River and generally flows through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. Let's talk about the next river, that is in the Central Asia, Ambu Darya. It is very important for Central Asia. You will see the source of this river from Pamir Knot of Afghanistan and Tajikistan. It forms with the confluence of Vaksha and Panj River of Afghanistan. It flows through Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. The river drains into Aral Sea in Central Asia. Let's talk about the second important river of Central Asia, that is Sri Darya. It originates from Tian Shan Mountains of Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. Here we can find Tian Shan Mountains. So if we talk about this river, is formed with the confluence of Naryan and Kara Darya's river, which is located in Uzbekistan. This river flows through Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and Kazakhstan. This river also drains into Aral Sea. So, these are the important rivers of Central Asia. Let's talk about the Ob River. This river have source in Altai Mountains, which is located in almost your China part. This form with the confluence of Bian and Katun River. This river drains into Kara Sea, or you can say Gulf of Ob. This is known as Gulf of Ob, and this is your Kara Sea. This is your Barents Sea. We will be covering this northern seas or Arctic Circle wale seas in a separate video altogether. The major tributary of this river, sorry if I have pronounced this wrong, it's this river which rises from Altai mountain of China. Not China, it's China. This river flows from China, Russia and Kazakhstan. This is the important facts you have to remember about Ob River. Yangtze River, that is in Russia part, forms with the confluence of Big Yangtze, Big Khim and Little Yangtze Khim River, Big Ka Khim River. It flows through Mongolia, sorry the spelling is wrong, Russia, and drains into Kara Sea at Yangtze Gulf. And the source of this river, sorry if I have pronounced this wrong, that is your Mungranging Gold Ridge Mountains. This mountain is located in Mongolia. Let's talk about the next river, that is Lena River. Lena River is in your Russian part, which originates near the Lake Baikal in the Baikal Mountains. We have talked about this particular lake. It flows through Russia only and drains into Laptev Sea. This area where Lane Delta is found, it is known as Laptev Sea. I have told you we will be covering these seas of Arctic Ocean in a separate video where we will be dealing with only Arctic Ocean. So let's talk about the next important river, that is Amur Darya, or Amur River in China. It forms with the confluence of Silka and Argun River and Onon River. So these three rivers confluence to form your Amur River. This Silka is located in Russia, so sources in Russia. Onon River is located in Mongolia, so sources in Mongolia. And this Argon River is located in China, so sources in China. So basically, अगर हम बात करें, so source can be diversified because of these different sources from Russia, you can say Mongolia and China. So that's why I haven't mentioned this. If we talk about this river, forms border between your Russia, China, and this is forming the natural border between the Russia and China, ultimately draining into Tatrati Strait, which we have discussed in our previous video. So it drains from, it flows from various states like Russia, Mongolia and China. Let's talk about the last river, that is Ural River, which originates from Ural Mountains, flows through Russia and Kazakhstan. It drains into, sorry, the spelling is wrong, into Caspian Sea. It forms natural border between Asia and Europe. So this is all the important river. We will be covering India's river in a separate video. So I hope you might have learned a lot from this video, and we are almost done with the Asian part. We will be discussing some important things about Asia in a one video that will be end of the Asian part. So this is it. We will be continuing with this series, the current affair. When we get these kind of news, we will be discussing that, and rest of the continent will be covered shortly. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you very much for your support.